pretty good. Make sure we got ultra amazing settings. Sounds kind of serious. I didn't care for Pony Island, but Inscription rocked my world. I did have some fun moments in Pony Island, though, fair. I haven't slept well the past 3 nights, and every time that happens, I start wanting to play roguelikes and non-competitive games. And I remembered you mentioned this one, so here we are. Looks like my dad. If he got a haircut.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993.
Dude, you don't...
Herbert S. Sinclair.
You're making him sound ancient, and it's from 1993? Oh man, poor Gen Z. That's not that long ago. I remember 1993. It feels like 20 years ago to me, but it was 30. Hey, good morning, Orcish. All right. Looks like I move around like this. I've got 50 feet. That's handy because, you know, I need them. Chair. Look around outside. Can't jump. Right. Good morning, Glorg. I just started. I played some Balatro last night. I can only assume we're vampires, no body. Not walking in the flowers because I'm a good little boy. I can hold shift to run. Okay, that's nice. Doesn't want me to jump off, die. That's nice. I'm probably not supposed to run down the driveway. I don't know, man. They just said find the room. Maybe it's outside. Maybe that's the secret. The room's here the whole time. And all you got to do is bother enough birds to find it. Look, fire. Good in there? The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. Hob. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Neat! I found a thing. Look at me. Hello, Rach. Hello, Ravis. Yes, so something... I realize everybody's like, what the heck is Semulin doing right now? This isn't a strategy game. So I've discovered something interesting that happens to me. I'll pause for a minute. Whenever I don't sleep for a long enough time, I decide I don't want to play strategy games, and I want to play single-player roguelike games. And Sim Baby has had... She's Sim Toddler now. Sim Toddler has had an ear infection. I was up all night with her 2 nights ago and last night. I'm on very little sleep. And I'm like, I'm going to be a roguelike streamer. It's going to be amazing. It'll probably fade. We may not even finish this game. But John, the Mana Lake, said good stuff about it. I was like, you know what? This might be fun. Let's try it. Who knows what I'll be streaming tomorrow. If I get a good night's sleep, I'll probably want to stream Mechabellum again. But I don't know. Would appear I can't jump over this tiny fence because I want an apple. But that's where we are. Just Sleepy Travis wants to try something different. Okay, I reckon the campsite's all we got. The art style in this is wild. I like it. Reminds me a little bit of Spellbreak. All right, let's go back and actually go in the house. Where's the house? Ooh, what's this? That's where the room is. Calling it now. It's there. In here. I found it. This is it. Good morning, Darmiston. Thank you, Rachel. I'll be okay. I tried to sleep some. Thank you for the resub, Enlighten, but I just couldn't do it.
This is my favorite game so far this year.
Nice. Like I said, Mr. Leak recommended it. And I told him it sounded stupid because there was no PvP. You know, as I usually do. And then I didn't sleep. And I wanted to play it. I will say for a vibe, cool. Letter. Open only in the case of my death. Well, the problem is it doesn't say who died, but I'm just going to open it. Simone. Welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of my bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Okay, starting to get it. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and best wishes, best of luck, Herbert Sinclair. All right. What do we got here? Mount Holly. You found the Mount Holly blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing Tab. Cool. Guess we're doing that now. This is me. Okay. I can call it a day. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. All right. Bench. Bust. Lock. What this? Searching this estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 feet. When you no longer have any feet left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. All right. What do I do? To just open a door? Select a room to draft. Bedroom. Closet, which will give me items. Or a hallway. This gives me more feet, and it seems like I want feet. But it also seems like I probably screwed up by running around outside and burning a lot of feet. Okay, yeah, I imagine doors are important because we want the doors to go places. Like if I take the bedroom, I'll get another door. Closet, I don't get a door. Hallway, I get lots of doors. I'm going to take a closet. I want some items. Give me some items. Ooh, a Rubik's Cube. Ivory dice. While drafting, you may use the dice to reroll new floor plans. Neat. Right, and a coat hanger. Oh, no, I get the shovel. An old weathered shovel. It looks like it could be useful for digging. Pretty spiffy. All right, I got my 2 items. How do I use them? Shovel. Den +1. Gem. Nook +1 key. Corridor. Corridor is always left unlocked. Am I trying to get to this antechamber, I suppose? You must draft. Okay. And I can click this to redraw. Okay, thank you, Orcish. Pick a nook. Apparently, I'm going to need keys. There's a rook in the nook. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Add a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly a journal, would prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. I mean, I'm game. You gonna make it that kind of game? I'll go get a journal. I got a journal. Simwife bought me a neat journal. Note cards are better than notebooks. It's said to get a note. You know how to play this? It says, most fittingly, a journal. Journal. That's kind of what sold me on it, Orcish. I was like, that pun is good enough that I'm down. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at or for. Alright, does it tell me I want to get here? The room before. All signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room resting on the 9th rank may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to reach, let alone enter. You can't help but draw a connection between this and room. Okay, does it have all of the rooms listed here? Okay, only the ones that I've been in. All right. Lavatory. I think you'd get a PP when you lavatory. Hallway points us back down. I get a bunch of stuff if I go in the storeroom. I feel like if we want to keep going, we have to take the hallway. Can I adjust how it fits in there? Somehow? No, but I can redraw floor plans, so let's do that. That's a lot of feet. What's for breakfast? Tell me before you leave. All right, I'll go through the pantry. Why not? An egg timer. Bridget. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we've just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring this house. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apple, 5 banana, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. I'm the guest. Well, screw you, Bridget. You were supposed to get food for me and you didn't. That wasn't very nice. Can't climb a ladder. All right, we move on. Bedroom, parlor. It's got a puzzle piece. Spare room. I feel like I'd want a puzzle piece, and I don't know what a puzzle piece is, so let's go get a puzzle piece. This black box contains gems. This box and the blue box are empty. All 3 boxes are empty. Oh, maybe it's not a puzzle piece, it is a puzzle. A component of the parlor game. Rather curious wind-up key. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor. May the 2nd, okay. It was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the old hams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discovering our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I'd played some years back involving 3 boxen of different colors. You had pressed me to write the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with the guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least 1 blocks which displays only true statements. There will always be at least 1 blocks which displays only false statements. Only 1 box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. All right. So the black box has the gems in it? Is this easy? No, wait a minute. Okay. It can't. Okay, it's not that easy. Okay, so this is obviously the false statement. Hello, schmuck. Because it says that, what did it say? Oh man, I'm so tired. Only 1 box has a prize, the other 2 are always empty. I wonder if May the 2nd is a clue and you're just supposed to pick the second one. Okay, so this says all 3 boxes are empty, and they can't be. So one of these other 2 is telling a lie, and one of these other 2 is telling the truth. This box and the blue box are empty. If that is true, then the black box contains the gems, but that means that both of these were true. Wait a minute. Oh man, this is going to be so hard when I'm this tired. There's at least 1 box which displays true statements, at least 1 box which displays false statements, and 1 unknown. Okay, so we know this one's false. These both could be true. This box and the blue box are empty. Black box contains the gems. This fulfills it, right? Am I all 3 boxes are empty. We know that's false. This box and the blue box are empty. Black box contains the gems. Okay, that wasn't that hard. I was overthinking it. Can I take the key with me? That's my uncle. Let's pick his nose. There's a picture of a tie. That's weird. I don't want to get too close to hints. I do want to figure the game out on my own. That said, I'll ask if I need them. All right, so I definitely need a door going up if we're going to try to get to the antechamber. Why would I want to lose coin? I don't know. Let's do it and find out. El Satan. Yeah, I don't want any hints. That kind of messes up the puzzle game, right? But that said, that wasn't really a hint. So the way life can suck. Thank you. Good to see you. Hello. Kind of pretty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah, I realized you weren't once I said that. I'm really, really tired. Nursery, whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Well, I can't put that here. This has to be a spare room. Otherwise, we blocked ourselves out. Spare Can I get a tape gun? Like, no. So, a West Wing hall would be good because it's going to give me more options to explore. But so would a den, and I get a gem. I can't take a storeroom here. We block ourselves off. Game seems easy so far. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm going to get there tonight. It's going to be fine. Pawn. I'm sensing a chess theme. There was a rook in the nook. What's that? Almost 1:15. Man, these clocks are not entirely showing the same time, are they? No, they are. Who the hell can read analog clocks? It's 1993. Get a real clock. A bathtub and a vial. And a lot of clock imagery here. They're moving. That's cool. All right, so if I go this way, I can draft an ancillary room, potentially. Let's try that. The door is locked. Well, I'm saving my key. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Secret passage. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. What? I don't think we can set thrusters to plaid. So I could take a guest bedroom to get my steps back and then go back to the entrance hall or here and see if I can find a way to get a key and then use that to go forward. I could also click this and see what it does. I don't know. Let's do that. That's an epic picture. What doing airborne things. Gold sink. Halls of Holly. Green thumb. Key to the bedroom. Red rover. Gold sink. Secret tunnel. It's bloody locked. All right. I want the key to the bedroom. Violet. Market. Rollback. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to backtrack and find keys. Oh, dude, it's sucking my gold every time I go through the chapel. Okay, I'm starting to get the fun here. There's still a rook in the nook. +1 star whenever you enter a bedroom, gain 2 feet. I mean, that's going to put a door where I can't use it. So we have to take the hallway. We want to find keys. The observatory does the same thing. Okay. I mean, it does sound like a church, yeah. Okay, doors boarded up. Rosary beads and a crowbar. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Is this the west wing? I guess so. Bunk room, boudoir. Well, if I'm looking for keys, I kind of have to go to the boudoir. I reckon we're going to have to call it a day in a minute. Merry Christmas. Somebody got a safe for Christmas? The heck is that? That's a mirror. Okay. Yeah, those are pretty normal. People have mirrors. It's that mirror. It's this room. There's a safe in this room. Gotta try the basics. It's the outside from here. But again, can't see myself in the mirrors, so maybe you were onto something with the vampirism. All right. Plan was to go through here and get a key. There's my key. Get wrecked. I have received the key and the coin to pay Jesus. Boxen, a hobby horse, another pawn. The rogue. I have to get a bedroom soon, or we fall asleep, right? All right, now I can take this and use this on this door and see where the secret passage goes. Luxury item for sale, launder currency, aquarium. The aquarium is every color of room. But if this gets us out of the west wing and it's no longer locked, that might be nice. It's also got a lot of exits, but it goes down. Well, okay, this can work. Let's take the aquarium. Got Reese's peanut butter cups in there, man. They having a tiny little pig picking in there? Yeah, they are. Ooh. Lucky. So this, if we're going to just try to get to the place with the stuff, we would go here. If I take the bedroom here, I've got to go all the way around. After rank 8 has been reached. I don't know what rank 8 means, but we're going to take the dining room. All right, I need to go find a bedroom. I shouldn't have come in here first. I'm still getting used to these mechanics. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 feet. So this gives me feet? Okay. What's the Invincible song? Because I want to like hum it, but I don't remember it. That's it. A key. A book. Look, it's a little prince, but it's a red prince. But it's psychic. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. Prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Lobster. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book, turn his eyes down, if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we've said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, may already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book. The red book, just read. Like they were telling me to look up. All right, I don't understand. Can I pick up this book? No. What am I supposed to do? I feel like I'm supposed to find something. And it did remind me that I haven't bothered to look up in this game at all. And maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to find the other book. There were a lot of books in that other room. The one that went through the secret tunnel. Fair enough. Yeah, I want to go back to the room with the books. Red Rover seems like something he would want. I think that's the book. But I can't take it or interact with it or look at it or think about it. Going to run out of steps. All right, well, my job ain't to figure that crap out. We got places to go. Let's go draft some bedrooms and get out of here. We could draft a bedroom right here. Be great. So is 10 feet better than 2 bedrooms? It's the same thing, isn't it? No, it's just 5. Okay, it does double count. Oh, neat. I didn't know what those were. More pawns. Y'all got an Atari 2600? Bruh, what kind of estate is this? You could at least have a Sega Genesis. The hamster's got a bunk bed too. Who's feeding the hamster? Camp Colonel. Keep pressing the button to jump, but I can't. All right. Well, we've almost beaten the game from what I can tell, so we're good. Food for sale. I mean, the corridor gets us closer to our ultimate goal. So we take it. There's a buck. We've seen this picture before of the auditorium that was in the bedroom. Breaker box. Cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. Okay, but I gotta at least figure out where we're going. And the drawing room. I mean, yeah, we've almost beat the game. Probably have time to get a refund. There's pictures in the drawing room. Lots of gentlemen with umbrellas. Orson. Oh, that's the Uncle Bro. Clock still seems to be going. Julia, stay in there. I don't know what that is. That Flan? All right. So for us to continue, we just keep going north and we're there. We win. Conference room gets us there. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Just go here and win the game. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout the house. When items are spread in this, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. You have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Okay, it's literally what it just said. Ooh, there's a letter. What is that? Safe code 9083. All right. I found the first thing I want to write down. I mean, I would use it, but we're about to beat the game, obviously. We'll go through here and get to the antechamber and we're done, so really much of a game. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? Locked by electronic key card, so I got to go back and get the safe code from the boudoir, which is all the way down there. I ain't gonna make it down there. I do have the option to get a bedroom here, and that would do it, right? Yeah, guest bedroom should give me enough steps. Sinclair, I just wanted to write a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired it from the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules for darts to play your variation. Got a gem. There's a little dog. All right, so we got to go all the way down to the boudoir, open the safe. Go through the aquarium. There's a secret passage. There's the den, the chapel. Don't know why I drafted the chapel. Through the pantry. Through the nook. And into the boudoir. Where we have the safe code now, which is 9083. Wait a minute. I don't understand. I got the code. You may open now. All right, chat. Am I doing something mechanically wrong here? No, I feel like I've got the cut. There must be multiple saves. Okay. I'm entering the number in the right way. Got it. Let's try it backwards and then we'll... All right. It's big house, lots of things. All right, so that's not the code for that save. I think I hear that the little one is about to go on a small adventure. I'm going to go say goodbye to them, and then I'll come say hello to you. Be right back. All right. Thank you for your patience. The missus and the little one are going to playground. All right. So I feel like I'm stuck and we need to call it a day and try again. But the only other thing I can remember, and I think I've got enough steps to get to, is that wasn't a safe, that was a padlock. There was a padlock out here. Like, this says it's a safe key. So I'm starting to feel like I have to get particular rooms, and in those rooms get the particular pieces I need to move along. I don't think I have any doors that I can get through because I need a key for that one. And I don't have a key. I've got a shovel. If I go outside, do my items disappear? Doesn't look like it. I don't want any hints. Unless they're mechanical hints, like I have to do X, Y, Z, do equip it or whatever. I know this isn't the safe, but let's try it. Okay, apparently I can't turn it the other way, which is fine. 9, 0, 8, 3. You'll feel like I should be able to jump over that. I just figured I'd go outside and see if there's anywhere to dig. You dug up a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add the conservatory to your drafting pool? I was just running around clicking on crap. I figured you can dig outside. Betty seems to be the hotness in board gaming. Yeah, I imagine I do. I mean, there's a spot to dig. I had a shovel. Got a pull at the top to see if it worked. On this thing? Ah, okay. Thank you, Rachel. I would never have opened this. Like, literally never have opened that. All right, well, we found a room. That's kind of cool. But I also kind of feel like there's nothing else we can do today. Because I don't have any more doors. I don't have any more keys. I'm going to call it a day. Try again tomorrow. Cool. This is kind of a fun vibe. I like it. Convenient I don't have to go through and pick up the same crap I already picked up. Can I get more than 50 steps? I don't know what I can do with a breaker box, so let's go find out. Does that say clarinet? Key card entry system. Okay. BAC. Toggling of breakers may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call BC or DC power if you require assistance. No, I'm just going to click buttons. Chewing gum can help get a song out of your head. Not joking. Go chew some gum. Safety pin in a tree. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because we saw the dark room earlier, but now maybe it's a light room. I don't know. Get items in the closet. Hallway gives me access to more rooms. Kind of need access to more rooms so we don't get stuck. I heard that on a podcast called How to Do Everything, and it actually works. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. I think we knew that. Parlor. We did the parlor puzzle, but now that I know how to do it, presumably we just go open the box. Oh, okay. They do it. It's different this time. Okay. Blue box is true. You're in the parlor. Okay, so this one's wrong. Cool. Where's my little wind-up key? It's kind of the easiest puzzle, but that's cool that there's a nice easy puzzle to give you 10-sided dice whenever you need them. So I can use the closet here and get my 2 items and still be able to adventure. Is it always the same 2? No. Okay, so I get a key. Oh, I said I was going to look up when I went outside and I didn't. Did I get a key card? Oh. Oh. Okay, now we're winning the game. Obviously, there's another pawn. Oh, I don't want to go back in there, do I? Because I lose feet. Curity. View inventory of all items currently in the house. I don't quite know what that does, but let's find out. Cutscene. Is that me? I look so young. I've got my little hat. Uncle was into some weird shit. I don't know why I'm just slowly, cutscenely walking into the security room. That's a hell of a vest. Too small to jump over fences? Yeah, maybe. Hee. Blue memos equal true, red memos equal lies. I mean, or so the blue memos would have you believe. But sure. If you're going to believe this. Can I order a pizza? Pictures of rooms. It's cool. It does show me moving around. Thank you, Rava. She's already feeling better. She's going out to play with her mom. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. View estate inventory, keycard system, log into network. Following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Security level medium. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed on your estate. Set that to low. Determines the default setting for security doors will be set to if the power is lost. All right, this seems really good. I can turn off the power and just get in. Terminal password. I don't know how I'm to know that. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. That's a red memo. Oh man, if I read this and think about it, I can probably get in there. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress further north. 4 stars and a staircase. All right, fine. Effective for the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed as always to our house manager, Mr. Babbage. Terminal password looks like an S. Seasonal staff? Seasonal? How am I going to remember how to spell seasonal? Seasonal. Let's try it. Somebody help me remember how to spell seasonal. I'm way too tired to do this. Is that it? Seasonal. Okay. I feel like I should be able to look at that. Stair star? Stair. I want to clock in really bad, apparently. Gov. Old VHS tapes. Coffee should get you some feet. All right, on with the plan. I guess we're going out this way. And I kind of need to make sure there's an exit because I've boxed myself in here. If we do that, we're just done. So I don't actually have a choice. We're going to the den. Den had a gym and lots of clocks. Fireplace. Looks like a bride. And a bridge. I haven't been looking up. I haven't been looking up outside either, and that's a problem. I need to do that. Can't take us. The only thing we can take is the spare because otherwise we've blocked ourselves in. Spare it is. Not a fan. Weird music stopped. Kind of liked it. Okay. It has to be the bedroom. We've been in this bedroom before. Ah, and hat on. Christmas decoration. Swan. Books. Photo, not a drawing. Looking up there. Don't recognize her from the intro, but maybe I'm supposed to. Cole. That looks like my grandma. Greetings from Reddington. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be some blue and red stuff going on here. Because we've seen the red prints. It said there's the swan. A lot of stuff we saw in that story has been like reappearing all over. There's a hand pointing down. Really cool. A lot of blue-red symbology. All right. Got a chapel, which I don't want to use. And a nook. I mean, I guess we take the key and move along with our life. Ooh. You found a wooden brass magnifying glass. Inspect documents more closely. Billiard puzzle notes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Appears to be sealed by all four sides. Must be a way to open. This seems pretty handy. Now I want to go look at everything again. Está aquí. All right, it's close, so I'm going to go look at the Reddington map again and spend a foot to do that. If there's anything here. That house looks vaguely like a cow. Pretty sure that's important. Oh, there's an idea, Dan. You can't tell me stuff like that, though. But now that you've said it, I gotta go see. Swan Song. Yeah, I don't think Dan has either. But I wonder how long it would have taken me to think of that. That's what I get for streaming it. Hey, I'm happy. We're progressing. I probably would have figured that out eventually. Now I'm going to log everybody out and screw up their payroll. Well, let's start at the beginning. November 4th. All work has been suspended on Mount Holly, and domestic staff has been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instruction left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more details. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. If you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Am I Simon? I think I'm Simon. I'd like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit. The commissary is now taking special orders. What would you like to order? I thought I could get gum. Let's take a sledgehammer. That sounds like fun. Possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere using the RTA. So I can find them in the office, the laboratory, and the shelter. Got it. Permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to email. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. All right? I don't think I did everything on there. Because we want data transfers. Data transfers from Synca are not currently available. Okay. Glossary of terms. Adjoining rooms are considered adjoined if they connect to each other via a doorway. One of the most common type of rooms, bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps. They are identifiable by the violet borders. Color of a floor plan will usually indicate the room type. Green for green rooms. That's handled. See? Message from the wife. I'm glad she's feeling better. Yeah, regardless of how far we get in this game, I'm really enjoying it so far. Red for red rooms. Okay, yeah, that's handy. Dirt. Compounds of dirt. These big spots are often found in the green rooms and can be dug up with a shovel. The action of selecting a floor plan. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that. Directory contains the detailed information for all the rooms. Dead end is a room lacking a second doorway. If a room ever has additional doorways, it is not considered a dead end, even if those doorways are blocked. Okay. The draft pool is the total collection of currently available floor plans, which are drawn at the beginning of each draft. Drawing is the initial pulling of the 3 floor plans from the draft pool at the beginning of drafting. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember that 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted. Okay. God, there's a lot of stuff here. But it's all kind of self-explanatory. I don't want to read this. I want to go play. I was elected to lead, not to read. I'm a little irritated that the music's not on loop because that was kind of a fun vibe. Country. The observatory is a dead end, and this is a dead end. So we're done. Am I correct that this is just over? I think we've pretty much done it. The Fixed Stars, The Stranger's Companion to Constellation by Richard Witt. This book contains a complete star base. Wow! Do you like fold it together or something? A list of constellations and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. I appreciate that. Depending on the number of stars. Welcome to the Fat Cat Club, everybody. Thank you very much, Way. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible. Sometimes more than one. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joys of stargazing. North Star, the Twins. Slice. Mundus Minor, the Southern Cross. Farmer's Appel. Clavis, the Key. Mundus Major, Braxis the Dead. The Sail. I appreciate that. Borealis, Bloom of the Sky. Alright. So can I go look at them? How does one look in the sky? Whee. All right. Just like an old-timey observatory. Oh man, I gotta aim it up a little more. Little bit tedious, this bit. Especially considering the day's basically over. Let's have a gander. That's the North Star. Okay, and every time I discover the observatory, I get more stars. There's a lock. Globe. Whee! That doesn't look much like Earth. I mean, kinda, I guess. Clocks. Planets. Books. I feel like my day 2 didn't go so well. Let's call it a day. Okay, thank you, Enlighten. I could see that being quite useful. This is a really good call to stream this. I'm having fun with this. It's at least what I needed today. I've been meaning to go outside and look up for a while, so let's do that. Okay, sky's blue. Maybe that sledgehammer I ordered will let me get through that and go to the bridge we've seen in the paintings. I can only imagine that if I'm the blue prince, somewhere in here is the red prince. Started drafting. Pick one item and retrieve it on another day. That's pretty cool. I don't know anything about Halo. It seems nice to get items out of the closet. Let's get some items out of the closet. You collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 in interest. Spiffy? Esta aquí. Yes, Dan. That's what I'm assuming is happening. All right, I'm going to go in here and collect all the stuff, and then we'll go north and progress the game. I've got it all figured out now. The chess imagery is interesting. There's the parlor, so we could get a parlor game. We could get some steps back. I'll do the parlor game again. This is just free gems. Gems are on the floor. They're not, so that's the false one. Gems are in this box. Gems are on the desk. Gems are not on the desk, so the gems are in this box. So we got to get out. And the only one that does that is the courtyard. Looks like we're courtyarding. Now, I don't have my shovel anymore, do I? No, I don't. I have a coin purse. Yeah, let's get something out of a trunk. That's just solid value right there. I want to dig there, but I can't. I don't have L shovel. All right. All right, the den gives me a lot of options. So we're going to take the den. Or pawns. Take the south door first, because this would be a good spot for a dead end. Just the rarity of floor plans inside your house. That seems like it'd be good. All right, let's see what that does. I want to dig. Drafting locations, West Wing only, garage, West Wing, her ladyship's chamber from south-facing doors. East Wing only, East Wing hall, master bedroom, other special cases, conservatory only in a corner, bookshop only draftable from library. I'm on day 3, thank you very much. I know what I'm doing. Rare stuff is better than not rare stuff. I'm probably going to want to remember this, but I don't really want to write it all down. West Wing, garage, West Wing hall, lady, chamber, house, East Wing hall, master bedroom, conservatory, corner, bookshop, library. Take the rare. Phone camera? That's a terrific idea. Now I remember this stuff. So many places to dig. In the conservatory, you'll be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Permanent changes do not reset at the end of each day. Day, you may adjust the rarities of the above floor plans. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I can go back. Rare flora and floor plans are seen so seldom and represented in so few numbers that they are considered by many to be endangered. Without serious conservation efforts, many of these specimens may never be seen again. Okay. We'll just make that unusual for now. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I want to shovel. Come back and dig. Didn't commit that change. There was a confirm button. Okay. I mean, I haven't been to a shop yet. It'd be cool to see one. Nook. Guest bedroom. This has to have an exit. I'm not buying the Bloody Chapel. I guess a Nook it is. I did see a shop from the secret passage, but I didn't choose it. I've seen one, but I haven't seen one. Is that an old radio? It's kind of what it looks like. It's got like a digital display. What the hell is that? There's nothing wrong with the chapel. Well, I'm kind of... like borderline militant atheist. So there's something wrong with the chapel. But I get how it's a room with a lot, like, as far as gameplay goes, I get that there's a lot of exits. It might be worth spending the gold for that, because I don't know what the heck else you're supposed to do with your gold. Alright, so I can take the observatory. And the observatory is basically as good as the hallway. Can't take that, so we're observing. 2 stars. Now look at me. Well, I've got 1 gold. I'm just figuring stuff out, caps locks. I don't know what we're doing. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Do I go back and get them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 steps to get them. Yeah, I guess we do. Like, maybe one of the chests has a shovel. There's obviously stuff we could dig here. We neat. We got some dice. Oh, that's the lock on the floor. I think I'm okay with the bedroom because I've got the dice. Picture of some lady. Greetings from Reddington Blue. Car keys? Car keys. May draw new floor plans while drafting it. I'm starting to think it's not about racing there, it's about making sure you have the crap you need when you get there. But this seems okay. Sand and... Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you must select one to draft. There are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your options. Entry's fine here. Hey, what's up, Tim? I don't know why I would be sad about that. I'm liking it so far, Wallet. I needed to be in the right mood want to do it. That orange tasted like feet. Boat. I was a little worried about that too, man, but I'm like punch tired. Passageway's not bad. Hello, Tommy. Keep us.
But
Brief text to the wife, then we'll take this passageway. Do you have enough gems for the passageway? No. Alright, so we're going to have to redraw, because otherwise we just lose. The pool is the only one I can take. Adds a locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pool. Tell me, we can draft saunas in this. Won't let me go for a swim, though. Coal. Lot of coal imagery. Pool rules. Draft pool is... Oh, I see what you did. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn. The odds of drawing may differ. Floor plans are added to the draft pool, are removed at the end of the day unless otherwise stated. No running. I have a rule. There's security, which I got a feeling we need security to be able to beat this. There's also a commissary. I haven't seen that yet. And I've got a bunch of gold. So let's go check out the I can't check out the Okay, so spare room it is. Music started again. That makes me happy. Who knows if I'll end up loving this, Tommy, but for now, it's good enough. Can't take a bedroom. I mean, I'm going to get close to the darn thing and not be able to get in again, but I feel like I'm learning the game. Is that Flan? But this is on a red note, so it's not true. Techno Shaman. Thank you for the resub, my friend. I haven't been in the terrace yet, but it feels like you have to get the utility closet to play this game. Have you been, Techno Shaman? Alright, so what we got here. Oh, it's locked and I don't have a bloody key. I should have checked that before I went here. No, because once you click on it, you have to go. We're just done, huh? All right, all right, all right. I just had memories of when I played Portal on stream 10 years ago and enjoyed it. Oh, dude, I'd I'd forgotten about that. Y'all hang in there. The red is false and blue is true. Tricksy false princes. All right, I'll take my 2 items. A gem and a key card. Neat. As the observatory. I could get the commissary, but we can't really do anything with it. This tab should be by default. She's doing really well, Techno. She's been sick for the past 3 days, which is kind of what drew me to trying this out, because I'm a little bit loopy. I was like, I don't think I could handle a strategy game. And Loopy Travis really likes puzzle games. The bedroom's good for this run. The observatory is good for future runs. So let's help out future Travis. Because I don't think I'm going to beat it this time around. We'll just go look at the stars and get our bonus. That one didn't really do anything, but more feet is good. Safety pin. This is a courtyard. In the parlor, I get free gems, which I need. Let's get free gems. All right. This box is one of the other 2 empty boxes. Not true. 2 boxes in this room are empty. True. There are 3 boxes in this room. True. If this is true, and this is true, then this one has to be false. Choo choo, thank you for the hype train. But they can't. That's one of the rules, Dan. They can't. Only one has stuff. This is an easy puzzle. The problem is you may be inclined to overthink it. There's security, which we may need. We probably need access to security. I don't think I need to do anything else in here. Launder currency. I don't know what that means. And I don't have any currency. I guess we'll just take a key. Esta aquí. Chapelle. The Den. Den looks pretty good here. I do feel like I have to get a breaker box eventually, but not right now. Pictures are different. These are not the pictures that were in the den last time we were here. Is this an alright spot for a storeroom? I feel like, yeah, I need gems, I need money. Yeah, these are different pictures too. I don't know if that matters. But the last time we were in here, there was a rosary. Bedroom loops us around. I can see where the chapel would be useful here because it gives us a lot of exits. But I'll take the bedroom. It saves me feet. And I've still got outs on the other side. Got car keys. Why does it let me pick this up? Drawing room. If I want to go up, I may have to use the chapel. So, chat, mechanical question. If I don't have any money, can I still walk through? Okay. Bishop. That kind of makes sense. Dude, am I supposed to set up a frickin'... Oh, it is set up. It's kind of like a chessboard. With the pawns in front of the other stuff. Am I supposed to try to get him in a chessboard position? That would hurt my brain. I don't want to do that. Hallway gives us more options. I mean, I think it's neat. Oh, stonks go up. I'm having a good time. I don't know if I need to be punch drunk. Play it. Okay, I haven't reached rank 8. Got it. But this gives me more room to explore, so I'll take it. I mean, I don't know why she would have needed that. Blue flowers, not red flowers. All right, we could take a dead-end room here pretty happily. This is the last of our keys. So I probably do need access to a breaker box if we're going to beat the game, it seems like. Let's take it here. I don't know if this means I don't need key cards. But I can come back when I figure out what I'm supposed to... This feels like a room you have to have. But since I have a key card, I'll leave the system on. That really feels like you have to have a breaker room to be able to beat this game. A rumpus room, huh? I desire to rumpus. There's another bishop. Oh, I want to be big. Not too poor to be big. Be big. That's an appropriate reference because in 1993, this character probably would have seen that movie. It really does look like an old radio, but it looks like someone who doesn't know what an old radio looks like tried to draw one. All right.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
It's a little creepier than I expected.
I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
I guess we're not going to be big.
Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
I'm glad they put that in there so I don't feed him more coins. All right. We got to get outside, get in the water, find a door with no key that's locked. This makes me feel like the pictures just don't matter. That was a little creepy. Kitchen has food for sale, and we do have a couple box. It also keeps me moving. Now, we've got one more branch off of there and one here. I don't really know what I can do with food. I'm just going to take a pantry and get some gold. Every time I've been in here, there's been food in here, too. It was neat. It was definitely neat. I got 2 feet. I turned off the power for the dark room, so maybe it's bright now, but we haven't been in there. Oh, this is what I can't see. Okay, I guess I'll take this one. Passageway. I do, but I had the power off. We could go try to turn it back on and see what happens. Found a furnace. Seems menacing. Is this not a house, but actually a train? Yeah, the utility closet's pretty close. Let's go fiddle with that and see what happens. I'm pretty sure this was the breaker day, but let's go do it. Be sure. I got some steps to spare. I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to walk all the way back down, but I can at least figure out what this does. Okay, so you can just see a little bit better in here. Oh, there's pictures. Yeah, red pictures. Bet if I had a magnifying glass, I could read what that says. Nope, that doesn't work. Close up of that dude. Maids. Bro with the camera. Who took the picture? No, I didn't. Did I? Zinka Company. I feel like I would have seen that. I think that's the same lady in the other picture. Print notes. HS has requested yet another portrait of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photo. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. Do I have enough steps to go get it? And I guess, what are the chances that I don't? Also another door through the hallway, but I'll see if I actually forgot it. If I did, I need to pay a lot more attention to this. Holy crap, I did. I'm sorry I doubted you there. I didn't know. So can I just walk in and out of that bedroom and get infinite steps? Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. All right. I'd already picked up a spyglass before. That's kind of cool. That I left a lever in here too, like a lever 2000. Seems soapy. Maybe that does something with the furnace. Maybe not. He's got tongs. And a pair of boxing gloves? No, it's not tongs, it's a duster. They look really sad. We've got locked doors on the passageway. If we're going to continue, we need to go down to the hallway. This keeps coming up, the Cinca company. 1128. His eyes aren't quite the same size. Weird. There's another egg timer. Must have really liked eggs. It's not a tumor. Roaring room. Why are these glowing? The drawing room at least goes somewhere. But I don't have any gems. Okay. I think we're about done here. I don't imagine I can get out of this. Can I at least kick this ball? No, I cannot interact with it. No, our day is almost done. Because I don't... Alright, I'll try the infinite sleep glitch. Oh, it's not infinite sleep. It's just this one room doesn't count. Yeet! All right, this is a good time. A real good time. Game ogre, man. All right, I gotta pee, and we've got about 20 minutes to continue exploring. All right. Catch it again. You reckon the numbers in that heart were the uh, combination of that lock? Because I think they might be. It was a picture of the tree right next to the damn thing. This tree that got cut down. So I think that's what it is. And it was 1128. Uh-huh. The Appel Orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each day with an extra 20 feet. Yay, I got more feet. A sundial? Neat. That must be coming from the furnace. Well, we did see ourselves in one of the cutscenes, and we're really short. We're like hobbit-sized. Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992. When I first came upon the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbooks, no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of his improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to record some of my dealings on the estate, and as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Among my many commissioned duties, I've been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the Appel Orchard, Entrance Drive, and East Yard. Fortunately, my workload, the maintenance of the West Grounds, has not been a priority since Lady Ebson's death and the ensuing closure of the West Wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the West Path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, the patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall into this category. I can get the garden rooms on the edges. Dude, what? One of the first tasks I undertook. uh, I keep thinking, okay, it's certainly not gonna be that kind of complicated game. And then it's like, no, we're that kind of complicated game, bro. Was plot the soil under the house, and while I would prefer a full survey of all 45 plots, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was not worth the data. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support growth. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks. The room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. All right, I gotta have this. Let's print screen. Smudge pots. All right, we've seen them. A few years ago, the Baron made a long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, and almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures. These renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside are still connected and powered by a gas line, including but not limited to the orchard smudge pots. Smudge pots found along the apple trees are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude. Gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Oraina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listened to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Rhina's depiction in the chapel. God. This isn't a game, it's a second job. Hello, Archivist. Behold! Gondor calls for aid! Hey, we can enjoy that one together, John. I think we both had the idea. Okay, this is an absolute blast. There's flowers now. Got a jiggle peak. I gotta get to like a beach or something. Don't I? Didn't they say? I checked over here? What's down here? I don't think I've been down here. A waterfall. Maybe this turns into an elevator. once I call Gondor for aid. Eat. Can't jump, can't see. Don't like dark rooms. Alright, doesn't seem to really be anything down here. His art style is kind of mesmerizing. This is the garden the dude was like, he sweeps even though nobody goes here. I ordered a sledgehammer. Presumably, if I go to the commissary and have coin, Khajiit will sell it to me. Alright, let's see where we're going today. Seems like there's always a closet here, but it also seems like I really want to get to the edges. Maybe the closet isn't as closety as I think. Guest bedroom seems handy. Nook seems handy too. You get a key. You might get a magnifying glass. There's all that crap up there. Looks weird. Ooh, a chesticle. Dices. Parlor, spare room. I mean, we're going to need a closet at some point. Maybe this is a fair enough place to put it. The parlor giving me an area here isn't that useful. I think I'm going to just go ahead and take the guest bedroom because I haven't been in the darn thing yet and I want to look around. And we can take our feet. Oh yeah, this what we have been in here. This is the dude talking about the billiard room. Okay. That's the 4-star thing from the conservatory. The Ace of Spades! All right, let's go in the commissary and see if they have my sledgehammer. Can I play... What is that? That's not a letter. Something blocks. Ig blocks. Durija blocks. Oh, like a dirigible. That'd be a fun game. I want to play it. They got a cigarette machine? You do have my sledgehammer. But it's 8 gold? With tree, without safety pin. Commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. But we've heard that red memos are lies. One song. What's in the trash? That sucked. I didn't like the commissary. I can't even play the damn video game. There's nobody in there. I would like to be able to move through, so we'll take our free gems. Gems are in a box with a false statement. 2 statements are false. All 3 statements are false. Oh, okay. This one's a little harder than the other one for some reason. All 3 statements are false. That's not true. It can't be because one of them has to be true. 2 statements are false. Gems are in a box with a false statement. All right, so if 2 statements are false and that's one and that's the other, then they're in here. Security. Security gives me lots of doors. And I feel like we're going to have security at some point. That particular puzzle is just... My brain works. Okay, so the furnace makes you more likely to draw red rooms, and I don't want red rooms, but this is a great place for a storeroom. There's a dog tag with +10 on it. And I don't want to stop playing this. This is an absolute blast. Chirp, chirp. It's a bluebird. I really don't want to stop playing this, but I need to. I was not expecting this. All right, I do need to call it here. We can save and quit, which is neat. Do you have to call it a day to save it? There's no saving mid-run. Okay, so if we do this, we're just done for the day. That kind of sucks, but I mean, is what it is. We'll save and quit. We'll try another run. We figured out some stuff on that one. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I don't like that part too. She's already feeling better. Simwife is sending me pictures of them out playing at the indoor playground, and she's happy and doing well. The problem was she kept waking up last night coughing. And that was really difficult. I slept on the floor in her room with her, and she would settle down. I just had to sit up and be like, "It's okay, sweetheart, daddy's here." And she'd lay back down. The chess pieces are featured here too, which is interesting. And there's a red crown. This also says or India or India or Lindia. I don't think we're on Earth. All right, I gotta go. It's good seeing y'all. We'll maybe stream some more of this tomorrow and certainly some more on Monday. Adios.